Yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil, for my Steg Pegz and Goldentyres do comfort me still. Nevertheless, I fear I shall soil my undergarments, for I am scared shitless. As usual, the camera flattens everything out, but some of these descents can be tricky if you hit one of the rocks scattered around, or get out of shape and head into a rut at speed. I know this track quite well, but still get caught out quite often. This is one of our favourite tracks. It was called the Valley of Death about 6 years ago when a local ride organiser used to bring lots of beginner to intermediate riders through this track. The Valley of Death part is towards the end, but in 7 minutes you encounter rock slabs, sand, mud, plenty of rocks and deep ruts. It's funny how the wide-angle lens on an action camera makes the terrain look so flat and smooth. It also makes it quite nerve-wracking to ride so close to the bike in front, as otherwise it just looks like a dot in the distance. It takes a lot of concentration and being ready to hit the brakes in an instant, as well as anticipate what the rider in front is going to do. I have touched tyres with the bike in front a few times, thankfully no crashes yet. It's also a chance to pick some unusual lines. Usually the rider in front has picked the good line, and to get a good camera angle usually means taking the poor lines, which is all great for cross-training. In our coaching sessions, Chris Birch said to always think outside the box when picking lines, especially in an enduro event. Sometimes the most worn path is the worst line, but everyone keeps following it. Chris also said if a rider is blocking the best line, you will have more experience at always evaluating alternative lines in an instant to get around them fast. A viewer asked the other day which bike would I prefer out of the Beta RR300, the RR480 and the Xtrainer. Look, given our focus on hard gnarly terrain and not being interested in riding fast, I would have to say the Beta Xtrainer. It's just so light and nimble. If I was riding more open flowing trails like this one, it would be a hard decision between the RR300 and the 480. This big thumper has reminded me of all the things I love about four-strokes, and that monster low-down torque, very addictive. For me, it's only in the slow nasty stuff the RR300 would gain a distinct advantage over its bigger cousin. These are my impressions, but to judge for yourself you would really need to get a test ride on all of them and see what you think. A sharp little drop off here, and now we're getting close to the Valley of Death. This is quite a rough downhill section with a bit of speed, as it's hard on the arms and legs. It's funny how years ago this terrain was so intimidating, whereas now we feel pretty relaxed and just try to enjoy doing it without putting a foot down. I guess even old dogs eventually learn new tricks. The scenery is great through here. It feels a bit like a rainforest as we head up to the most technical part of the entire track. And which Gumby is too busy filming the guy up front instead of watching the track?
Gotta watch the bike. My bike, not his.
These rock slabs are reasonably steep, but easy with a bit of momentum. It's hard to believe a few years ago we were all just about wetting ourselves, even thinking about attempting these. Out of the valley, and the track opens up again for the home stretch. We filmed this after a solid morning of hill climb practice, so Andrew is sitting a fair bit now to conserve energy. And this gets tough when you hit the rough terrain. Do you sit and get bounced out of shape, or stand on your wobbling legs and soak up more punishment? So there you have it guys, the Valley of Death. Hope you enjoyed the ride.